Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Crochet for Beginners at the Lantern. And this week I will show you how to make a simple beanie hat for a newborn. So tune in for that tutorial. It's very easy. Just follow along and practice with your treble crochet stitch. And also this week I will show you how to make a simple shamrock for the upcoming St. Patrick's Day for the more advanced crocheter, or perhaps the beginner crocheter would be able to practice also. So keep an eye out for those, and I hope you enjoy this week's tutorials. See you all again next week. In the meantime, enjoy crochet. Hey everybody, today I will show you how to start a little baby hat, 0 to 3 months. And we start in a round. So when you are starting off your beginner's crochet, this is a nice little project as well because it comes up pretty quickly. Okay, you'll see results, and it's very straightforward. So I'll get you started, and you're going to start, I'm going to show you how to start with a slip stitch, but you can also do what's called a magic loop. And if you're new to crochet, that can be quite tricky to master, but not impossible. But today, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how to get started in the round. 1 chain, 2 chain, it's gone already, 2 chain, 3, 4. Okay, so you have 4 chains. And now you're going to join in here with a slip stitch. So I went in to that very first chain. I'm going to draw the wool through so it looks like this, and I'm going to close it. So now it's quite hard to see that little center, so just use your hook to maneuver it. Okay, so they were the 4 chains that you made, and you're just closing them with a slip stitch, and you need to get in then to the center of that little circle that you've just closed. Okay, so there you go, starting off. And now we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be the very start of our hat in here. Okay, we're going to work, that's the little circle, and you'll see that coming together there now in a second. So we chained up 3 then, and then directly in to the center of that 4 chain that you've joined with a slip stitch, you are going to put 11 crochet. This is how I start my little, this is called a simple beanie for a baby 0 to 3 months. Okay, and we'll follow it around there now. So I like to crochet in my tail as I go along, and to do that I just bring it up over my hook and I hold on to it. So I'm finishing my treble, and you'll see that there now again. So we'll do another treble. So I chained up 3 off of the loop that we made. Then I put a treble into it, and now that's 1 treble, and I need 10 more. So around 3 loops, around through 2, around through 2. And we keep going all in to the little circle that we made. And at the end of this, I will show you how to make a magic loop. And then you can decide which you prefer yourself. You can make the chains and then join them with a slip stitch to make your little circle, or you can use what's called a magic loop. So we need to get all the way around first. Okay, so look, if you look at that there now, that's what it looks like as it's forming, and then that will be the first round right in here. Okay, so if you want to do that, make sure you have your chain up 3 to start off, and then you're putting 11 more treble crochet into that same circle. So work around there, see you there, and then we'll take it from there. Now, so I have all of my treble crochets now that I needed, and then you're going to close that round with a slip stitch into the top of the first chain. So these were the chain 3 that we made starting off, and you're going to close it in the top. So go right up to the top and close it with a slip stitch. Okay, make sure you get those 2 loops. And I let my tail go there now because it's nice and secure from holding on to it as I've been crocheting around. So slip stitch. Okay, that closes the round. We're going to start the next round and we're going to chain up 3. So from here on in, every time you close the round with a slip stitch, you will chain up with 3. Okay, and now I'm going to work with trebles. If you want to do a double crochet or a half treble crochet, feel free. Okay, so right down into the base of this here now. So if I hold that like that, just let it go. And if I bring it up here, so right in here, okay, you're going to put 2 treble crochets around in the exact same space. Okay, so this was my chain 3, and into the base I put 2 treble crochets starting off. Now these are the top of your stitches when you're looking down on them going around. Okay, you can see them there. And then when you're working, looking down on it straight on, that's what it looks like. So into each one around, you will put 2 treble crochets in each stitch. So off you go into the next one. 2 treble crochet, yarn around my hook, in, I go into the same space now. So into each stitch, 2 treble crochet. This is round 2. Next one, treble, sorry if I was coming out of the shot there, treble crochet, in, around and around. Now, so hold it out there so you can see them clearly. You can see that I have 2 and I have 2, and off we go again each time, all the way around till we get back here, and I'll show you how to join that round, and we'll take off then into the next round after that. Okay, now here we are nearly at the end of this round. So we've put 2 trebles in each stitch, and you should have 22 because you chained up 3 to start off the very first round in here, and then we put 11 into that little circle. Then we chained up 3 to start off this round, and into each stitch around we put 2. So in total I have 20 here, and this is when you open it out here, make sure you go in here, the last stitch, do not miss it, in with 2, and that's my 22 around. Okay, and this is the chain 3 that we started with, and we're going to close the round now, okay, to start round 3, and we're going to go in. So this is your 1, 2, 3. If you go in here, okay, so I'll take that out. I think it gives you a neater seam for the hat when you're going around and around until the crown of the hat gets bigger. It doesn't make the seam of the hat then as obvious, I think, anyway. So in we go, and we're going to close the round every time with the slip stitch, and it looks like this. And then if you want to pull this in tighter, pull the little tail at the back, and it closes it up completely. And again, each round you will chain up 3 to start yourself off, and from here on in now, okay, as the round increases, you will see it anyway as we're working along. You will chain up 3, as I said, always starting off. You will always put your 2 double crochet in here, okay, to start the round. These are your increase rounds, okay, starting off. So it just helps the hat to grow a little bit, and I'll open out the hat there now. I nearly finished, and I deliberately didn't finish it off because I wanted to show you how to finish the hat off. So if I bring that back here now, so this was our start, then this next round was the 2 in each stitch, and now we're going on to the 3rd round, okay, and then you'll have a 4th round, and you'll bring it out maybe for a 5th round if you're doing 0 to 3 months. And all of those rounds will just have a slight increase if I hold it out there. And then when we stop the increase, and you'll see how that happens there now in a little while, we're just going to work single stitches then the whole way around. And then that helps to shape the hat, okay? So we're on round 3, and the increase rounds, this might help a little bit now if you're a complete beginner. So we put 2 in each stitch here. In this one, it'll be every second stitch we will put our 2 treble crochet. Okay, and then in the next round it'll be every third, and that's how we make just the hat increase, starting off for a simple beanie. So we chain our 3, we put our 2 treble crochet in the stitch. The next one will just have 1 treble crochet. Let's move that out of the way a little bit. Okay, 1 treble crochet. In the next one, 2 treble crochet. So every second stitch now in this round will have 2. Next one, 2. Next one, 1. And so it goes until we come all the way back around to make sure you count them. Okay, there we go, and all the way around again till we get here, and then I'll show you how to do the next increase. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of this round, and I have my single, treble, and now 2 in here. And this one, don't forget this one. So you won't be working in here, okay, because you can see that that's the chain 3, but you will be working in here. And we're going to close this round with our slip stitch, okay? And as I say, this is 1, 2, 3. I like to crochet. So if you can see where I'm putting that, I'll take that out again. So this, I want to close the round, so I close it in here with a slip stitch. Chain up 3 like we've been doing for the last 2 rounds. I'm going to put a 2 treble crochet in here again like we did. Okay, this is going to be another increase round. Okay, so if you can count the rounds there now, 1, 2, 3, and we're starting our 4th round. Okay, so you can see that. So I will put that down there now, and I'll go back to the hat here and I'll show you 4. 1, 2, 3. So we're on this round here now. Look, if I hold it out, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on this round here, and the increase here will be not every second but every third. Okay, and when I say increase, it's the 2 treble crochet in the stitch. So we did 2. Now we're going to crochet single, treble, another single treble, and now we'll make our increase in this one. So I'll show you that there now, and you'll be repeating that then the whole way around again. So in every third stitch you will be putting your 2 treble crochet increase. So we'll go back and recap. We joined, we chained 3 to start off again. We did our 2 treble increase, single, single, double, treble. Okay, so that's every third. So we did a double, 1, 2, and then into the third we did our 2 treble crochet. So 1, 2, double, as in a double treble, so 2 trebles. So off we go again. I hope that's making sense. So these are just our increase rounds. As I said, it just helps the crown of the hat to go out a little bit before we start shaping it down. So again, in I go with 2, as in 1 treble, into the next stitch, a single treble, and then into the next one, 2 treble, 1 and 2. And it probably sounds more complicated than it actually is. Okay, this is just all about increasing the crown. So continue that the whole way around till we get here, and we'll have I think I'm going to put one more increase that will be in round 5, and then we'll start bringing the hat down. Okay, and then the increase will stop, and you will be just crocheting into each stitch 1 treble the whole way around until you get the desired length, which is usually about, you'll have made 9 rows in total, or rounds, starting from the crown. You'll see that there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I deliberately didn't finish it off because I wanted to finish the last row with you. Okay, so off you go. So, and do that, and I'll meet you there again. Now we're all the way back around and we're going to join again. And at this stage, so 1, 2, 3, 4. At this stage, you should have 44 stitches. So you'll know that your stitch count is right, and that will depend on how many stitches we put in here. So we put 11, then we had 22, 33, 44, and now we're going to do one final round, and you should have 55 stitches at the end of this. And then again, the recap, join. So this is our chain 3 that we started with. This is our last increase round. So I'm joining with a slip stitch, chain up 3, like we've been doing all along, into the base for our final increase round, like we have been doing. Put your 2 treble. If you were doing a double or if you were doing a half treble stitch, it would be exactly the same thing. But this is just beginner's beanie hat, okay? So we've put our 2, and this time now, in the previous round, if you remember, was every 3rd, and in this one it'll be in every 4th that we will put our 2 treble. So single, 1, 2, 3, and in here you'll be doing your 2 treble crochet. So the next one, if you look again, I have my 2 in here. So this is 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we're putting 2. So in every 4th stitch around now you will be putting your 2 treble crochet, and that will be your final increase to make a beanie hat for a 0 to 3 month old. If you wanted to make it smaller for maybe a preemie baby, you know, depending again, so maybe 3 rounds, or sometimes if they're teeny tiny you might only need 2 rounds, but 3 rounds would suffice if you want a smaller hat. And if you want to go up in size, you would maybe just have another increase, you know. We'll have 5 rounds increase for our 0 to 3, then maybe you'd have 6 rounds increase. And if you're going up, all you're going to do, you're just going to be counting, you know, like we did every 2, every 3, every 4, and then you'd have every 5 going forward, you know, if that makes sense when you're increasing the crown size. So let's make sure now I have my count right. I did my 2, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. So 1, 2, 3 again. Make sure I'm going in the right way. And that's all you're going to do, and our increase rounds then will be finished, and thereafter it's just going to be a single crochet in each stitch around, and that helps shape the hat then and bring it down. Okay, so I'm just going to double check now. So I have 2, I did 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th I'm going to put my 2 treble crochet increase. All right, so again, continue that around until we come all the way back around here, and then we'll take it from there. So see you there. Now we're back around again, and I have finished the round. Okay, I finished it. I had 3 singles to finish there in that round, and now we are joining to the top. And again, just to recap, that's the chain 3, that's the increase, and this is where I join, not the top of the chain 3, in here to the next stitch, because I think it just makes the seam of the hat look a little bit neater. And after this now, so we're finished our increasing, we've done all of our increases there, and here on in now it's very straightforward. 1, 2, 3, as we've been doing from the start. That won't change. and we are just going to work a single crochet all the way around, and that won't change hereafter. So you will just repeat that then all of the time. So in we go with our, take that out there, just didn't quite work out there. So back in, only one in here and one in each stitch the whole way around from here on in, and it won't change thereafter. Now you're just going to keep repeating that. So I'll go a little bit slower there. I'm aware that I was speeding up a little bit there. So single treble crochet in each stitch. 3 loops around through 2, around through 2. 1 treble crochet in each stitch around, and again, if you're just looking straight on, we're going in here, and if you're looking down, there are your stitches. You can see them, count them there. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, when you're looking down, and we go in. That's what it looks like. Draw it through, around through 2, around through 2. And after that, then you're just going to keep doing that, as I say, and you come back around here, you join. Again, if you open that out, I'll show you that in a minute. That's the chain 3, and it's in here we will be joining with a slip stitch to start another round, and you're just going to repeat that until the hat starts working down. And again, for 0 to 3 months, it's usually about 9 rounds would do it, okay? And you'll see after I have one more round to do in this, and I'll see then whether I want to put another round in it or not. So just continue doing that now and see how you get on, and we will take it from there. So I'll see you when we get back around here. Now, so we came back around again and we joined with a slip stitch. Just move the dirt off the table there. Join with a slip stitch into the top here, like so, and you can see the hat, this is it upside down, look, it's starting to take its shape, okay, just by repeating that simple single, or repeating the 1 treble crochet in each stitch all the way around. And you just keep going with that, and then if you know, and you'll just work the hat then around, okay? And that would be suitable for 0 to 3 months, the one that we're just making there. And then if you wanted to just put a different edge on it when you close the round, you would just maybe you might like to do a double crochet edge on it, so maybe you could do 2 rounds of that. So to repeat your double crochet, we'd chain up 1 then instead of our 3 that we had been doing, and you're just going to into each stitch around, then you would do your double. So a double is straight in, 2 loops around through. I'll just do a few of those there, and then you can see it's just a kind of maybe neat, making the edge of your hat a little bit neater if you so wish. And again, just give it a go and see how you get on, because once you master this simple little beanie hat, you could make larger hats for adults, and then you could start experimenting with different types of stitches and so on. And again, you could have a look at online tutorials, but to see what other people are making with regard to hats. So tune in again next week, and I'll take you through maybe a simple bootie that you could match with the hat, so you could start a little baby project for yourself, making little gifts as you go in your beginner crochet project. So all I'm doing here now is just putting a simple double crochet edge. So you can see that's the treble stitch, and then this is the double crochet edge. So if I turn it up that way, you can see it kind of makes it a little bit neater as you're working around. So that is a simple, and you just keep going and keep going, and then you would just close it off the usual. Make sure you draw your loop through and cut off your tail, and then darn your tail in. So it's quite small, as you can see, but 0 to 3 months usually are. And if you wanted to make it smaller, just to recap, if you want to make this hat smaller for maybe a premature baby, you would just stop the increase maybe after 2, depending on the size. So 1, 2, 3 rows, and then you'd just start bringing the hat down after that. So if you remember, we came out 5 with our increase, and then we stopped. So you could stop your decrease after 2 or 3 rows if you want a smaller, really, really tiny hat. And then if you want it bigger, you will just keep going with a couple of increase rows. That's all about the crown of the hat. The increase rows are just about creating the crown of the hat, okay? And then just give it a go and see how you get on. So I hope you enjoy that tutorial, and next week I will introduce you to a baby bootie. Till then, enjoy.